Hello my beautiful epic army. If you're new around here, make sure to smash that subscribe button and also give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down depending on how you feel about this content. It'll let us know if we're doing good or bad. Today I have an update on Pantheon Rise of the Fallen for you all.
Oh, let's break it down!
So I heard about this game, but I wasn't really tracking it much until one of you beautiful people pointed me to it. To kick it off, let's talk a little bit about what this game is. This is slated to be an MMORPG in a high fantasy setting that is geared towards challenging content and social aspects of gameplay. Make no mistake, this is geared to be a hardcore MMO and not a casual MMO in the least. However, they do state some opportunities to play solo, but they are really looking to create a social MMO here. They are also looking to make death meaningful, so you will have to try and avoid it. The atmosphere and climate will be challenging in PvE, not just monsters. They are looking to make the world dynamic and changing it, so it's not Groundhog Day every day that you log in. No more best in slot gear and mana that is different colors for each class. Lastly, they are looking at either a buy-to-play or subscription-based model. So on to the real reason I'm making this video. The November update. Yes, I'm a little late on this as they posted this November 14th, but I've been a little bit busy, guys. So they start off this update by announcing that they are doing a new pledge drive to grow their team. These pledge tiers start at $100 and don't offer much in the way of game perks. However, you can also sign up to do a normal pledge starting at $50 and you will get some in-game perks such as beta access. Under wraps is our first area we cover. This starts off covering some pre-alpha 4 news. They have been working on a new zone, new races, harvesting and adding more classes to the game. All this work has allowed them to set a date for pre-alpha 4 where testers will get to try out the elf, ogre and halfling races, and they will get to try all the classes for the first time. Harvesting will also be available for the first time. These dates are going to happen between November 25th and December 20th, so yes, it's happening now and it will run 3 times a week. Access to the pre-alpha will cost you about $1,000 in pledge. The next part they covered is their perception system. This system is all about storytelling and moving away from the traditional, or should I say the current popular, method of questing in an MMO. Grab quests, run to spot marked for me, kill things, run back to me, and I will give you a reward. This is the current questing system that they want to do away with. That system leads you to not explore or even bother looking at the world. They want to design a system that gives players tools to find something when they feel like looking, not when they're told to. This system needs to be super expansive as you might imagine, but also very simple so that mundane things will be included as well as grand points of interest. They aren't ready to spill all the beans on this system yet, but wanted to shed some light on it for us, especially on a couple mechanics of the system, and then answer some community questions that have been raised. Mechanics start out with what is perception, and this is a measure of the character's ability to notice details and discern deeper meaning within the world. Perception is broken down into 2 skills. Insight, which is the passive skill that represents the innate chance you will notice something. Investigate is an active skill that can be used at will to attempt to notice something. Using this skill will give you a slightly higher chance to notice something in the case your insight isn't high enough, but will also be used if your insight noticed something on its own. When reading about this, my main concern is having to walk around and spam investigate like you do in some games that use a similar feature to find hidden objects. Anyway, what happens when you find something? Well, you get what's called a perception ping, which will be a short cryptic message. You will see one on the screen right now, and they are broken down into 3 types. Lore pings reveal information about points of interest, nearby objects, individual, or something about the environment. Think of these as adding to the game's story or the lore of the game. Examples are interesting statue, bones are scattered everywhere, or skulls appear human and are brutally damaged. These lore pings lead into storylines, typically either immediately or down the road. When this happens, you will be presented with 3 options: accept, which will start the storyline quest; disregard, which will make this storyline unavailable forever for that character; or consider option, which will reset the lore ping on a slight cooldown so you can come back and make the decision later. Last up is character pings. As your skill grows, class-specific insights will start to present themselves. An example is on the screen. These pings will typically be triggered by class alone, but sometimes can vary based on race. The last piece of this news update is a short Q&A. The questions will be on the screen and I will tell you the highlights from the answer. Again, these are all about the perception system. The most challenging part of this has been creating all the layers to keep them fresh and different from player to player. They also are trying to make enough layers to keep spoiler sites from ruining it all. To do this, some of the flags they use to make it different for each player are race, class, level, and faction. From there, they drill down even deeper into things like, have you killed X NPC? Have you looted item Y? Have you traveled to location Z? And is it currently day or night? All of these variables make a system that can be easy to access for some, and also some content that is hard to uncover or requires very specific things to get it to unlock. No, they expect this system to let you find cool things that may give personal advantage, but is not intended to block content. They plan to offer a turn-off option if you want to temporarily avoid triggering any pings. However, if you uncover a ping, you will not be able to trigger it again unless there is more information to unlock that you didn't have the skill to unlock the first time. The other case is the storyline pings that you can choose to consider. If you choose to consider it, you can go back and access it again. They will also give you an item called the Tomb of Keeping that will list much of the information from the pings you gather so you can look back at it. Increasing your perception skills will do both for you. Your Tome of Keeping item will keep a record of the pings and storylines you've found. They aren't sure if they will reveal any information regarding the whereabouts or total number of pings. They will evaluate and test this more as they approach launch. Again, they are really trying to make this system where you have to explore to find these things, and they really don't want a spoiler site just giving everything away. Yes, indeed, and this was covered earlier. There it is, everyone. This game is starting to sound pretty amazing. Maybe yet another excellent MMO in the works. However, we actually need to see these things come to fruition and, last for more than a month without a pay-to-win cash shop. But there's always hope. I'll keep tabs on this as it seems to push out some newsletters about once a month. As usual, hit the thumbs up if you like this content and want me to continue, and please hit that subscribe button if you have not subbed yet. Also, let your friends know to come on over and check us out. We are keeping up with lots of MMOs over here, including Classic WoW, Ashes of Creation, Chronicles of Lyria, and much more. Lastly, check out our Discord and come in and chat with us. This video came as a request of a viewer, so your input actually matters to us. Thanks everyone, and get good scrubs.
Hey, it's Radit here. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe as well. It really helps out the channel. We put out multiple new videos each week and we appreciate all of your support. Thanks for watching everyone, and cheers.